Welcome to Traverse PC Desktop video series. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at specifying lot setback types. In a previous video on automatic lot setbacks, we said there are three parts to making them work. One is to establish the setback distances. Another is to set the traverse settings so we can draw the setback lines. And the third is to identify or specify the different setback types. And that's what we're going to cover more closely in this video. I've imported, this happens to be a land.xml subdivision, and the land.xml file gave us setback distances for each of the lots. And I had zoomed in here earlier on lot 21 in the other video, and we showed how I can right-click this, go to the traverse properties, and when I click on setbacks, here are the setback distances that have already been provided for this lot. I certainly can enter these or modify these as I want. So now it's just a matter of telling Traverse PC in this particular lot 21 which of the lot lines are front, which are side, and which are rear. Now by default, Traverse PC sets all lot lines to side lot lines. Okay. In the previous video though, we came in and we said we want this front lot to be a front setback. And so we selected this line and said front, and you can see that Traverse PC moved that setback back for us. So let's take a look at how to update these setback types. And I'm going to show you first how we do it in the Traverse view. So let's right-click Lot 21, go to Edit Traverse. Traverse PC opens the Traverse view for this traverse. Let's go into the settings and add the letter L, which is the setback type, and choose OK. And Traverse PC redraws the traverse with the setbacks in it. So let's take a look at these setbacks. Here's the setback column that we've turned on. And I want you to notice that they're all set to side setback type, except for the line from 62 to 65. So this is a line back here in the drawing where we said I want a front setback instead. So we did that command in the drawing view, and that data then reflects back here in the traverse view. Now let's slide this over just a little bit, and let's take this back the other way. See our rear lot lines from 63 to 64 and 64 to 66. Let's go ahead and select these in the traverse view. Here's 64 to 63. Hold down the control key and let's do the other one, 66 to 64. And then I want you to notice in the status bar down here, because I'm in the setback column, Traverse PC says front, side, rear, none. I just need to type the first letter to set the setback type. So I'm going to type the letter R, and because I have two lines selected, they're both going to get updated to rear. Now let's go ahead and make sure that we have a different setback for the rear setbacks in this traverse. Currently both side and rear are set to 10. So let's set this to 5 foot, choose OK. Traverse PC is going to redraw the drawing, and notice now that my setback line along the back of the lot is set to the rear setback instead of the side setback. So on the back I've got the rear, on either side I've got the side setback, and on the front of the lot I've got the front setback. Like so much of Traverse PC, setback type is survey data. So this value, rear, side, front, is stored with the traverse in the survey file. And I can simply use it to generate setbacks when I want to turn them on and include them in a drawing. So I don't have to ever think of going in and drawing setback lines manually. This is part of the traverse data now, and I can just use it to generate the setbacks for me when I want them. Let's close this traverse out now, and let's drag up lot 22 just a little higher, and let's do the same thing for it. Let's go ahead and open the traverse view and turn on the setback type so we've got those visible. Let's edit its setback distances and set the rear to 5, front is 15. And let's go ahead and change these setbacks now right here in the drawing view. And I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do this. Let's start with the rear setback line here. It's easy enough for me just to right click, tell Traverse PC I'm going to set some of these setbacks to rear. And Traverse PC starts this command in the drawing view. The status bar down here says go ahead and select the objects. When you're all done, right click. So let's select this line from 70 to 71. When I click it, Traverse PC redraws in this kind of gray selected color. Let's select this next curve over here. Again, it's selected in that gray color. Now when I'm done, I right click and Traverse PC simply moves those to the new location based on the setback distance and the setback types I just specified. I'm going to clear the selected items and let's come over here to the front of a lot. I'm going to turn the zoom points off. It just creates a little bit better look for what I'm working on here. And I'm also going to go into the drawing settings and tell it I don't want to clear background right now on all the survey symbols. That'll let me see those lines a little more clearly. Okay, I want to tell you about something that we're going to run into from time to time, and that's that I want to sometimes exclude very short line segments from the setbacks. Do you see that this short line segment from 65 to 67 is messing up what happens here? And that's because this whole line is sort of absorbed or included in this setback distance. So I'm going to right click that survey line, go to setback type and tell it none. So I don't want to have that setback included with the computations here. Now if we come back to the traverse view and tell it that we want to refresh this, I see that here's that 65 to 67 set to none. Okay, so again, that's translating back and forth just fine. Now, let's go ahead and set these front setbacks, and I'm going to show you that I've got maybe a whole group of them I want to do here now, kind of all together. So let's come down and say I want to pick up the setbacks in the next line down here. I want to pick up these up here. Sometimes you might want to just come up and tell Traverse PC, I want to select a bunch of objects. And I certainly can come in and click individual objects like this. I can also use a cross command, and I can say, hey, I want to pick up a number of these objects here as I go. Okay, I'm going to just pick another one here. Now I want you to notice that I've got a point label selected here. I've got a setback line here. I've got some objects that I wouldn't normally think of creating setbacks for, but that's really okay. Traverse PC is going to look at these and say, well, I can't create setbacks for the labels, the setback lines, but I can for the survey lines here. So I'm going to tell Traverse PC that I'm done selecting. I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to just pick one of these objects. It doesn't matter which one. I'm going to right click it, go to specify setback type, and choose front. So Traverse PC is going to update all of these front setback lines. Let's go ahead and just regenerate this here real quick. And that's just another way of picking a bunch of objects. So I can use a selection command, use the cross window. I can click individual items to get the items selected that I want to convert, and then I can tell it how I want to convert them to front, side, rear, or whatever. So there are a number of ways I can specify the setback types in Traverse PC, either by going directly to the Traverse view and setting the setback type in the setback column, or by coming into the drawing view and selecting property lines and then telling them, hey, I want this to be a front, side, rear, or even none in the case that we showed you here today.